Hey there, friends. Bobby here today. Hey, folks, today we're going to cut Nathaniel's hair, okay? So I think I'll title this video, How to Cut a Young Man's Hair. Many years ago, I did make a video called How to Cut a Little Boy's Hair, back when he was a little boy. And if I'm not mistaken, I believe that video has over 100,000 views. So today, I'm going to show you a few techniques of what I've learned over the years and how I've made this process a little bit better, quicker, and easier. And stay tuned and I'll show you how we get it done. Okay, before we get started here, I want to show you some of the tools that you're going to need. And what I have here is the main thing I have is a set of a trimmer, and it is a Wahl brand trimmer, okay? And I'll definitely put a link to that down below, so check out the description. We'll find a link down below for the best price we can find on this kit. And it comes with all these attachments, and it comes with this trimmer right here. We've had this thing for probably over 10 years, okay? And it's never had a problem with it. So it has several different guards, and they all have a number on them. Like this is the number 2 guard, 3 guard, 4 guard, on and so forth. Now it does have one that has an R on it. It's got like an angle to it, and it's got one that's got an L. And that's like an angle cut. I don't use those, guys. I use just the ones with numbers on them, and I'll show you here in just a minute. We have another trimmer here that I just kind of use this sometimes trimming my beard. It's made by Phillips. It's not necessary to have that, but it is necessary to have some kind of little small trimmer. I've used this one for years as well to trim up around his ears, and it does have a little guard on it. You can take it off or you can leave it on. It's good for trimming eyebrows as well. So now let's go ahead and get started. Okay guys, hey, we're getting ready to get started here. We've already taken a comb and we combed through Nathaniel's hair a little bit, and it's gotten quite long here. So what I'm going to do first of all, I want to talk a couple things. Over the years, the other video that I had back then, we were leaving his hair a little long on top and everything and kind of fading it, and I was scissor cutting it back then. But I have since figured out that I don't have time to learn to get good with cutting with scissors and everything. So I'm going to show you another technique today that I have kind of mastered here. I don't know if I've invented it. I doubt I have. But it works good for me. We're going to use that technique today. But what we're going to do is start off on, I'm going to take an 8 guard. I'm just going to run up the back and the sides and take off a lot of this hair here on the sides here, because it's been a while since we've had time to cut the boy's hair, you know. So let me go ahead and put an 8 guard on here, and let's go ahead and get started. And I can actually go a little bit more than this, but for now, let's just go and take an 8 guard, and we're just going to take a bulk of this off here. Oh,
whoa, okay.
All right. Now, folks, let me warn you something here. Let me cut this thing off here right quick. Let's see here, we might not have this guard on quite right. But anyway, one thing, 2 spots on a person's hair to be on lookout for. You don't want to get hair too short right back here on the back of the head, or it'll stick straight up. And you want to be careful around their bangs too, okay? You can easily get the bangs way too short. And if you ever trim bangs while they're wet, it's going to look good where you got it, and then when his hair dries, they're going to shrink right back up and it'll be way too short. So just a couple little tips there that I've learned over the years. So let's see if we can go ahead and take just some of this off of here. I don't know why it's acting that way. Must be because of your long hair, Nathaniel.
I don't know, maybe.
Yeah. So like I say, I'm staying away from the top, okay? And I'm kind of staying away from this very back part. I'm just kind of getting a little bit of this off the back here. And he does have quite a bit here. He got quite a bit of hair here. Bring your head back just a little bit. And we're going to have to probably get the other guard out and cut some more here. Alrighty. Who cut your hair last? Me?
Yeah.
Okay. And the reason I asked that, folks, his mother is a hairdresser.
Yeah.
But over the years, I think I've actually probably cut his hair more often, hadn't I?
Yeah.
I may have cut it more than her.
Yeah.
But anyway.
Yeah, then last year Airy.
Yeah, we did. That's right. He got a haircut up in Mount Airy, North Carolina, at Floyd's Barbershop last year.
Yeah.
Sure did. Those are really nice guys up there.
Yeah.
So here we go, guys. All right, I just want to get a little bit of that off of there right now. As you can see, it's a good bit here coming off. I'm going to throw that in the floor. And now I'm going to show you the technique here. I have decided to switch guards here. I got the number 5 guard on there now. And we're going to go back and just do the same thing we just done. Just take a little bit more off. Head down, son. We're just going to pull a little bit more of that off right quick. Make sure we don't get too much off right at the back of his head and up the sides, head up a little bit. And we're just not going to really take anything off the top yet. We're just trying to get things sorted on the sides, shortened up a little bit. And we're probably going to end up taking it shorter than that before we're done. Alrighty, now, okay, let's see here. Lean your head back that way, son, this way, just a little bit. People might be able to see a little bit more about what I'm doing here. I'm just kind of moving up and kind of going to nothing here, just kind of letting the guard just keep it going straight up. I'm not going up all on top of his head here. I'm just kind of going straight up here. Alrighty, so there we go. So we got a little bit of that limp kind of removed on the sides now. And we're going to take a little bit more off the back here. Let's go up the back here a little bit. Probably a 5 guard is what we're going to leave the back in when we're finally done. And we might take the sides up on a 3 guard here in a minute. But let me show you what we're going to do next, okay? Now, I'm going to start, you see this, you see all this hair up here? Quite a bit of hair, okay? And I'm going to show you a little technique that I started doing instead of trying to scissor cut, because when you scissor cut, you got to use a comb. If you watch these beauticians and stuff, they'll use a comb in one hand and then they use their fingers and they switch from the comb to the scissors and they cut and everything. And that's the way I was trying to do in that other video back in the day. But I just can't do that. You know, I'm not going to practice this enough and to really get good at it. So I developed my own little system where I use just my hand and a guard on the clippers, okay? And let me come around here and I'll just start over here on this side and just kind of show you how to do this. And what I do is going to run my fingers up here and I'll start taking off little bits at a time, okay? But see, when you run your fingers through there, I'm going to put a guard on here and I'm going to cut what sticks out, okay? And I can switch guards, or I can make my fingers curl over a little bit, ever how you want to do it. And so we're going to put a 5 guard on here to start with, and we're going to start just breaking this down a little bit. And this here works so much easier for me, okay? So we'll go right up the back here. Now up the back, I want to be real careful, so I'm going to curve my hand a little bit to start with. I don't want to take too much off that back until we get things kind of like I want it. As you see, the guard won't cut your hand, okay? And you can't get but so close to his head. So this actually works out real good. And all you gotta do is just keep moving your hand across there and you can find out where all the long ones are that you haven't cut yet. So we're just gonna keep on doing this. We're gonna be careful around the front. We're not gonna take his bangs all the way away just yet, okay? We'll wait till we get it about like we want. And like I say, folks, this is just something I sort of figured out on my own that worked a lot easier for me than trying to do it with scissors. Takes a little bit of time. You know, we're never in a hurry when we cut hair around here. If I was doing this for a living, I probably would go broke. But anyhow, let me move over here a little bit. Okay, we still got quite a bit of length. So guys, I think what I'm gonna do is just gonna move on to a little bit closer guard here, and it actually might cut a little easier anyway. I'm gonna go ahead and move to a 2 guard, okay? So we got a 2 guard plus my hand, okay? So, and I might actually curl my hand up just a little bit as I'm doing it till I see about how this is gonna do, okay? So here we go, once again. There we go, now we're cutting a little bit. Stay away from that back. There we go, we're getting some of that off there now, Nathaniel. You was getting tired of that long hair, wasn't you?
Yep.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Whoa. Hey, I cut your ear off.
There's a video telling me I cut your ear off playing.
Is it really? Alright guys, so here we go. I might actually just kind of put this up on a time lapse now. And I'm going to continue this technique here. We got the 2 guard on. I'm working my hand around here. We're hitting, every time we go up, see right there, we're hitting the high spot. We're going to take a little bit of that off. And we're just going to keep working it around until we get his hair shortened down. Okay guys, hey, we pretty much, I think, got it about where I wanted that all the way around. You can go back and check, just take your hand, put it anywhere you want to. So there's a couple extra long ones right there. Let me hit them right quick. And that's what's quicker and easy about this. And of course, we're dry cutting his hair too, okay? This only works when you're dry cutting. If you had it wet, this technique probably wouldn't work too good. I'm going to hit a few of these again right quick. And we'll go back and touch it up here in a minute. We're going to move on to trying to get it cleaned up around the sides. So what I like to do, I'm going to bring the camera around here. I'm going to go ahead and put a line back here at the back of his neck. I'll show you what we do here in just a second. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and clean up his neck line here. And we'll take a comb and we'll take this other pair of clippers here. The Phillips clippers here works pretty good, but you could actually do it with the big clippers too with no guard. But since we have these, we're going to go ahead and clean up this line, kind of straighten it up a little bit. So we'll just have him be still. Be still, Nathaniel. Don't move. I might cut your neck, man. And we're just holding the clippers up against there, and it won't cut him. And then we're just going to kind of shape this line here. Just sort of bring the line up to his ear there. Is the way we do it, which I guess you call this a block type cut. I don't try to do a tapered. You got a little curl right in there. So see, we got a little bit more hair we got to get off of there. Starting to curl up. And over here, I know you can't see, but I'm actually doing the same thing. I'm just drawing a little line right up to that same area around his ear and then bringing it back down here, okay? So now let me come around and I'll do this one side here with the camera here. We're gonna go ahead and kind of get his sideburn blocked off. And you see all this sticking out around his ear here? We gotta deal with that here in just a second. First of all, matter of fact, we might actually do that first, but since I got you here, I'm gonna go ahead and hold your head up. And we're gonna go ahead and just put one little block right here. I don't go too high yet because I don't want to get his sideburns too high. But we gotta get that trimmed out first. So I'm gonna go ahead and do the sideburn thing on the other side, folks. I know you can't see that right now. And then I'll show you how we get that hair shortened up around his ears. And I'm not taking the sideburns up as high as I probably will just yet, okay? Now, I'm gonna go back to this set of clippers right here. I'm gonna put a 1 guard on there, okay? And let me go around here, Nathaniel, so they can see. All right, so we're going to take a one guard. What I'm going to do is I'm going to get up here around his ear without cutting his ear, and I'm going to hold it kind of at an angle, you know. I guess that's what those angle guards are for, but I don't necessarily really need them. I know to, you know, not hold it up against there and skin his whole head. So we're just going to try to trim up that around his ear right quick. And I'm going to grab the comb too, because I might need to comb it out a time or two. So here we go. So let's get it cleaned up for now. I'm going to flip her on. And let's see here. As you can see, we are getting that hair that grows up around his ear. Get that kind of thinned out a little bit, okay? And we'll probably end up going back over this here in a little bit once we get the length of the sides like we want them. I just want to go and get the bulk of this out of the way. Okay, now I'm going to go over here on the other side and do the same thing right quick. He's got a big old block of hair over here that's curled up. So yeah, we're just going right, holding the earlobe down and putting the corner of them trimmers up there and just going right around the ear. Just get it down in that crack as far as you can. And so that's what we're doing. Okay, now let's go ahead and bring your head back down. Okay, I'm gonna comb through this one more time, and I'm gonna run a 5 guard up the back here and try to take off a little bit up in here. I'm gonna stay away from this area here a little bit, but I'm gonna kind of blend a 5 going up here a little bit. So let's go ahead and put that back on here. Head down. See, right down here at the very bottom, we've actually already got it cut to that length. And I'm kind of, see how I'm kind of rolling it off of there? I'm not taking it all the way up his head. I'm just kind of rolling it off of there a little bit. We definitely don't want to get the back too short. Now we're going up here again. Same thing. I'm just kind of letting it kind of fly off his head. And we're going up the sides here just a little bit too. In fact, I'm going to go all the way up the side here with this 5 guard, doing the same thing, kind of like going straight up that way, not going over top of his head. We're trying to create that little blend if we can. But we might actually come back in here with a 3 on the sides here in just a little bit. We'll see what this looks like. I can't remember if we've been taking it with a 3 or not. Okay. Head back down just a little bit. Okay, so there we go. That's about like I want it. So let's work on this side a little bit. Right up the side here. I'm not worried too much about this up here. You can kind of see that it's a lot longer right there. We'll deal with that here in just a little bit. Okay, now we'll come around here on the side of you, Nathaniel. Okay, head this way. All right. All righty. Yeah, we might take them a little shorter there on the sides here. We'll go get a different guard right quick. I think we will. All right. So, folks, just on the sides, I'm going to put the 3 guard on there. And we're going to see, take it just a little bit shorter here on the sides. Oh, yeah, I think that's fine. Now I'm letting that blend, if it will. And kind of go around the ear again if you want to with that guard. Kind of blend straight up a little bit. And so that's about what we're going to do here on the sides. All right, now I can actually show you over here on this side what I just did. I'm just practicing on the other side, folks, before I get over here and teach you. Okay, so we got the 3 guard on there. We're doing a little blend here. I'm going to take it up around his ear again, catch in them long hairs. And you can hear it. It's cutting a little bit here and there. So it's taking a little bit of that length off the side. Okay. Alrighty. Okay, now, with that done, let's go back down here on the bottom. Head down, Nathaniel. You got a little curl going on down here. You see that? Let's see if I can get that 5 guard back on there. Usually we get that out of there with the 5 guard. So let's just go ahead and work on this a little bit more. I don't want to get it too short back here. Let's see here. Okay. Alright, so 5 guarding it. I'm going to go right back up here on the side, so we're going to blend that 3 up a little higher if we can. Move that up a little further up his head, okay, with that blend. And remember, we're still staying away from this area right here, okay? We're staying away from it. I don't want to get that too short. All right, head this way, Nathaniel. All right. Okay, now let's go ahead and re-block this back of his neck again. All right, head down. We're going to try to get that little curl. It still wants to curl right there. I don't know why. I usually don't do that. See if we can just block out a little bit more of it. So we'll run this back across here. Okay. On this side of his neck as well. And that looks pretty good. Good young man's haircut. Okay, let's go over here on the side where you folks can see. Head up a little bit. We're going to go back around this ear again with this one with no guard, okay? So we got no guard on it now. And we're just trying to clean up those hairs. See how we just did that? Be careful, don't go too far up his head. You'll end up leaving a big old bare spot. And I've done that before when he was a little boy. Time or two. So you want to just be kind of careful. You send him to school the next day, and all the kids at school will know that his dad cut his hair. The thing won't go to school no more, though, do you? He's done graduated, all that.
Yeah.
That's right. All right. Lean over just a little bit. So here we go. Right there, it looks pretty good. Guys, that's what I'm looking for right there, just to clean the hair up right up. It comes down in the crack of his ear there. And on this side of it as well. And then after we get that, we take the comb one more time. Now we'll start talking about doing the final cut on the sideburns. We'll comb them down a little bit like so. And we'll just come right in here and hit it about right there, okay? So there's the sideburn. Now let me get over here on this side, do the same thing. I know y'all can't see it. I'm gonna do the same thing I just did. Clean up around the ear. Holding the earlobe down. Try not to cut the earlobe off, right, Nathaniel? I don't want to do that, do we? You wouldn't be able to hear. Okay. Alrighty, perfect. I do believe. Let me get a little bit of that off of there. Okay. Okay, cool. Now, what I'm going to do with this side on the sideburn, I'm going to stand back this way and take a look and see if I can tell about where I had him at. Okay, and I do. I'll come in here and block it and try to even it up so he don't look crooked. And we got him a little higher than we normally do, I think, but that's okay. One good thing about this, folks, hair always grows back. You can't screw it up for long anyway, right, Nathaniel? Okay. Let me pause it again and we might reposition the camera. Okay. So, let's, I'm going to take these clippers right here with me in a minute. We got the Phillips clippers again. And what I'm going to do, I think we did hit the bangs a little bit already. And I'm not going to take a whole lot off of them because he can always comb them back. But you see we got a couple long ones sticking right here. I think we did take a few off a while ago when we were doing a top cut. But so all I'm going to do, take the clippers, I'm going to go right up in here and we're just going to trim off a couple of them long stragglers right there, okay? I'm careful not to overdo it when it comes to the bangs. He can always comb it back a little bit every how he wants to, or kind of let it hang, and he'll look all right. He won't look like he had a bad haircut. Okay, so that's good enough for the bangs there. Now I want to show you what I do to kind of blend that transition. I'm going to put the 7 guard on here, and so on the sides here, remember we went up with a 5, okay, and right in here we got a 3, and I'll probably hit those maybe I'll probably hit it with this 7. Then I might have to go back over to 5. But around this back area, okay, I'm just going to go ahead and take the trimmers with the 7. I'm just going to go up just a little bit higher into there, okay, and see if I can kind of just make this transition look a little less noticeable. So we're going to just go up in here and just barely hit it, okay. We're still like going to nothing. We're not like going up his head. We're just kind of, we're hitting that line where the hair looks like it's a different length abruptly, and we're just trying to blend that away, okay? So that's what we're doing. We're going to go around his whole head here like that at the back. Blend this 7 up. And being careful not to get too close to that peak. It almost looks like maybe we might have got it a little bit too short up there. But as soon as he washes it, takes a bath and everything, it'll probably lay down better anyway. So let's go ahead and go right up in here. Same thing. Take the 7. Hold your head up a little bit, Nathaniel. Okay. Okay. Just trying to blend that blend, guys. That's all we're doing, okay? And okay, now one more thing we'll do. So we're going to put the 5 back on there. I got the back, I think, like I want it. I'm going to go right up in here on each side where we went 3. And I'm going to do a little simple blend here too. See if I can just make it look a little bit cleaner. I'm going right in between where the 3 meets the length that I left on top, and that looks a little bit better. Go right back over here on this side. Same thing. Just taking off just a little bit right in there. And letting it go to nothing. Okay. Now, all right, guys. Let's. I'm gonna comb it right quick. Just run the comb through it a little bit. See what it looks like. Definitely took some length off of it today, didn't we, Nathaniel? See what those look like up there. Yeah, I'm up there too wild. Let's see here in just a second. All right. Guys, we're coming to a conclusion here, okay? And one more thing I'm going to do, I'm just going to go ahead and get the guard ready just in case. Put that 2 guard back on here again. And we're just going to run our fingers through here one more time and take a look. See, that looks pretty good. I don't see nothing crazy long, okay? And we might not do any more to it right there. Let's see here. Well, we might do a little bit right over here on this side. Let me check this side here one more time. And we're going to move right over there. And we're going to definitely leave all that back there. Bangs. See how the bangs are a little bit longer? That's why you want to leave them alone. And right over here. Take a look there. Yeah, let's take just a hair here and there. Alrighty. Alright, so what that looks like. Let's see what you look here. Let's just run our fingers so it kind of messes it up here and see how it lays. How you like that, Nathaniel? Well, I guess you can't really see it, can you?
Nope.
We don't have a mirror out here in this barbershop, do we?
Nope.
Guys, that looks pretty good. I tell you what, I think that turned out pretty good. We'll run the comb through it one more time, just see. Okay, yeah, I do see one little spot over here that I'm going to come back and do a little bit more blending. Right over here, right there, I'm going to do just a tad more with the 7 guard. And maybe right back here too. So let me grab that 7 guard back on there. And just do a little bit of blending here. And guys, that's the thing about this, guys, gals, whoever's watching my video here today. Now, I know nothing about cutting women's hair. And everything that I know about this here is just from practice, okay? We've been practicing this for years. And this little technique that I've developed works for me. I hope it'll work for you. And if there's any professional barbers or hairstylists out there, give me your opinion, but be kind of nice. You gotta remember, I'm a mechanic / stump grinder / woodworker and all around handyman, but not a professional barber. So you can critique me, but just be nice. All right, guys, have a great day. Whoa, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Check that link down below. We will have a affiliate link for some hair trimming equipment if you want to try this at home, if you got a child that will allow you to do this. Okay, so have a great day. Take care.